Welcome back, listeners, to Han Took Shots First. I'm Derek.
I'm Jack.
And this week we're talking about Chapter 23 of The Mandalorian, The
Spies.
Original air date April 12th, 2023. Directed by Rick Famuyiwa, written by Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni.
Okay, we got a double dip.
I mean, you got to bring him in for the denouement, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the right word?
I don't know. You just started saying things. Look, a guy that speaks another language. I have a tentative grasp on English, and I can read some Arabosh.
Speaking of, I was talking to our friend, the Classy Alcoholic. I was asking him if he had listened to our commentary episode, which is available at patreon.com/worstpeople. And he hadn't had a chance yet, but I was like, I'm just looking for feedback, honest feedback, because I don't want people just telling me, yeah, it was awesome. You listen and tell me. And he's like, I'll tell you if it sucks.
Yeah, that's good.
But I was like, we've never done a commentary before, except for the one we did for Jedi, but that was different because Jack had a lot of Star Wars behind the scenes and Jack facts. And he was like, that guy's such a fucking nerd. And I was like, wait until he has his Arabosh tattoos. And he was like, I love Jack. I fucking hate Jack.
That's how I know he means it. Because it's kind of, you can't just love me. Yeah, I am a nerd. But I'm a nerd that's going to get Arabosh finger knuckle tattoos.
I don't think you made it better.
I didn't try to. I'm just fucking adding another layer on this nerd cake.
Well, speaking of nerd cake.
I'm a nerd, but I'll throw hands.
Arabosh hands.
Arabosh your face in.
Speaking of nerd cake, we start this episode on a Blade Runner planet with Elia Kane, or as we like to call her real name,
Katie O'Brien. That's the one there. I'm undercover. Look, I'm so undercover, I'm going to go just 2 steps away from this busy street and have some Imperial droid talk to me. And instead of just talking to me in some sort of code, it's actually going to show me a vision of that Moff Gideon there, because that's how sneaky and clandestine we are. We'd never get caught. Like, I'm poking fun because I was just like, man, this is supposed to be like the network of spies. Like, this is supposed to be like the Gideon's trade is secrets and spies. But they're just like in the back alley having a projector of him speaking to her.
Well, this planet, to be fair, doesn't look like it gives a shit.
Yeah, I just want someone to walk down the alley like, that's Moff Gideon on that projector.
This is the planet we were just on. It was like pastel neon, except for this is when everything went bad. Half the lights are out. Like, everything's dirty now. Like,
this is the droids not working.
Yeah. I did read in the trivia that I guess, so obviously we know the probe droids from Empire Strikes Back, which I commented to Whitney as soon as it came in and was like, I was like, now I just want to watch Empire Strikes Back. It's so weird that a little sound like that. Yeah,
makes you want to watch that. Yeah, I'm in.
But apparently in some of the extended universe stuff, probably the no longer canon stuff, but this changes that. They were also used a lot for like not Black Ops, but like information passing and stuff like that. So, but I mean, during the Empire, it would make more sense because like an Imperial probe droid, well, yeah, you see it floating around.
Mm-hmm.
In the New Republic era, it's like, well, come on, I could see that guy.
I don't want to say all these droids are evil, but all these droids are evil.
I don't think that we've ever seen a good one.
I want to say in one of the video games, it might be the Cal Kestis one, I think they have a different name, like Viper Droid, because they're just a little bit. This one's definitely a probe droid. Well, maybe not definitely, but the Viper droids have lasers and blasters and shit that can fuck you up.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that on Solo.
Okay.
Because there's a bunch of them when they're on the train, the big fucking train sequence.
Okay. God, I'm so smart.
Because I didn't remember that until you said Viper droid, and I was like, I've heard that before. No. But yeah, she's got this hologram of Moff Gideon talking to her. She tells him about how the pirates in Navarro had some trouble, and he's like, I thought you said the New Republic wasn't going to help. She's like, well, it wasn't the New Republic.
Right, so in fact, the New Republic didn't help. I did my job, and I got Tim Meadows to fuck off, and Carson Teva, he also continues to fuck off. But as he was fucking off, he found out a couple of Mandalorians is going to help him out, and that's what happened. It's out of my hands, can't fucking blame me. Katie O'Brien out.
And Gideon realizes right now that shit's getting worse for him. He's got to do something soon because she's like, yeah, it was a group of Mandalorians. It was Bo-Katan, Din Djarin, and his covert.
No, that's impossible. No, they don't hang out.
No, they're sworn enemies.
They hate each other. It's like the Sharks and the Jets fighting the cops.
So he's like, oh, fuck it. I'll take care of them. And this is before they showed us what these stormtroopers are, because he walks by a bunch of these new stormtroopers or troopers of sorts.
Yes.
And I didn't remember any of this. So I just wrote down badass stormtrooper armor and laser doors.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's because it's like Mandotrooper armor. It's all like Mandalorian armor, like Beskar armor built for these troopers.
Beskar alloy.
Yeah.
I want to be clear on that.
But it's not just that it's made from Beskar or somewhat Beskar. It's also
design.
The design looks more like Mandalorian armor.
There is I think it's Rebels or is it Clone Wars? I think it's Rebels. There is a sect of Imperial Mandalorian Empire Mandalorians rather. I'm getting all jumbled up on it. Like they have their Mandalorian armor, but it's all white, and they are just like yeah, we'll fuck. You let us do our fucking thing, and we serve you. Not a problem. You want me to keep this moon safe? I'll keep this fucking moon safe.
Well, I guess that makes sense, because the whole Night of 1,000 Tears and the destruction of Mandalore, that wasn't until after.
Right.
I was like, there's no Mandalorian for any amount of money would work for them, but they hadn't done all that stuff yet.
Right. Exactly. And this is a bootlicking clan that's just like, yeah, fuck the other clans anyway. I mean, there's so much infighting. We hear about it a little bit here, but you see a lot more of it in Clone Wars and Rebels. It is just infighting. There's just fucking tribes that all think this is the way. No, this is the way. No one knows the fucking way. Bo-Katan has the way, because I'll follow her to the end of the fucking earth, and I'll keep going.
So we get a meeting of the Shadow Council, which we've talked about before. One of these guys, I didn't write down his name. I recognize one of these guys. He's kind of like a heavier set dude with a big mustache.
Yeah.
I want to say he was in the Spider-Man Homecoming, but he's been in a bunch of stuff.
But you won't get this reference because you probably haven't read the books. You need to find out where Ray Sloan is. Just people listening, we got to find out why Ray Sloan isn't part of the Shadow Council. Do you recognize the name Hux?
Yeah. So we had Brendel Hux here. I looked up. I don't think they said his first name, but it was on the thing. And he is supposed to be Hux from the sequel trilogy. It's his father.
He's the bastard son of Hux of Brendel.
It's actually played by
Gleason.
Is it Donald Gleason? It's Domnhall. I don't know if it's just Donald or what, but
I've always said Donald. That's how I've always heard it said, Donald Gleason.
But this one is played by Donald Gleason's brother, Brian Gleason. So they were like, we got a family member, which I was making fun of that last episode because of Tom Holland's brother, but this makes sense because it's supposed to be his offspring. So it's like, well, then we can kind of see that they look similar. And also, did you see the other Pelion, the other one that's doing a lot of the talking? Xander Berkeley, who's in everything.
Everything.
He plays a bit part in every movie.
Oh shit! I had a point to make about the Gleason, though. It's not like a nepotism thing there because he gives. Wait till we get to The Force Awakens. I just watched it like last month. I actually just love that movie, and I know it's a rehash, but like it is shot so fucking well. And when he gives his speech, you're like, holy shit! I kind of want to join the First Order, guys. But so this is setting
Don't
up
worry,
like
you'll
the
have
Shadow
a chance soon. I hear they're giving $50,000 signing bonuses. So
yeah, they got their home base on Hoth. That's where all the ice is. They're sorry, I had a turkey. I had turkey in my throat. I had to take a turkey. We are seeing the Shadow Council is setting up for the sequel trilogy. And we've discussed it before, so we don't go too in depth. It's what the Clone Wars cartoon did for the prequel trilogy. They're trying to do this for the sequel trilogy. Like, no, the First Order didn't come out of nowhere. Look, these guys are warlords gathering supplies. Like, Moff Gideon at one point, like, tells one of the guys, like, you're hoarding supplies. Yeah, he's supposed to be. That's his fucking job. We'll talk about Operation Cinder more in depth, I think, for episode 7. But that's like that was the emperor's whole plan. He's like, let the empire die. The First Order is rebuilding, and then the Final Order is taking over, and yada yada. So we hear about Project Necromancer, which is supposed to explain how the emperor returned. Moff Gideon's using it for something else.
I love that the elder Hux
Uh-huh.
says something about like, you know, whatever happened to Pershing, you know, you had him with you and you were doing your own experiments, and fucking Moff Gideon is like, cloning is your obsession. I don't give a shit about cloning.
Yeah.
Turns out he does give a shit about cloning.
Big time.
We saw it before. We see it a lot later.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I like they're all sitting around talking about this, and it's like, this is obviously a very like organized group. They're having some in arguments, but like, it's an organized group, and their whole thing is like, we have to continue appearing to be disorganized warlords,
Yeah.
or the New Republic will come hunt us down. So all of this like warlord thing where like, oh, I run this sector and I run that sector, is all just bullshit to keep everybody confused.
Yeah, it's planned out. Yeah, because I think Gideon's talking about trying to make an assault, and he's like, no. And oh God, I can't think of her name. One of the chicks is like, no, we should have a show of force. Like, she's tired of hiding. And it's like, no, or show strength.
Is she the one in the back who just keeps going, yeah, every time Gideon says something? I love that lady.
She's pro Gideon and pro murder.
Yeah.
We should attack the New Republic. Yeah.
Like every time he says something, all her main line is just, yeah.
We should clone me like a lot. Yeah. You should, when you clone me so I can say, yeah, even more.
He also does set up some stuff for Ahsoka, because he's like, you know, you've been talking about this Thrawn character who's supposed to be coming back and helping us out. Where the fuck is Thrawn?
I like his lines, like, with all due respect, our only hope for the Empire's return is the secrecy.
Yeah.
Which is also means, I don't know. He's in another fucking galaxy, dude, like far, far away.
We're trying to figure it out, all right? There's a Thrawn, I promise.
He's a cooking to something up.
And then we find out, too, which fucks everything up for the Mandalorians. I mean, it works out, I think, in the end, but Gideon has requested some stuff to help him, including
TIE fighters,
three Praetorian
TIE bombers,
guards.
3 Praetorian guards.
Oh, no, I love Hux says 3 Praetorian guards and TIE interceptors. Like, he's saying it like it's a bad thing, and then Gideon's like, bombers too. Yeah, don't forget that.
Look just below the interceptors. What's that say? Bombers.
Because the Mandalorians are the problem. They want to come and retake Mandalore. He tells them about how the two groups are getting together, and they're like, okay, cool, you'll have your shit.
That would be a problem for us.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Because I think it's later
Hatfields
this
and
episode,
McCoys are hanging out?
as Bo-Katan says, like, nobody could ever take us.
Yeah.
Only we could ever fuck us up.
Yep, and we did.
So we get a long live the Empire chant.
Yeah.
We cut to Navarro. We got the Mandalorian fleet coming in with the big fucking Imperial ship.
Dude, how bad do you want to drink this bottle that Grief Karga drops off?
Dude,
it looks like some space whiskey that I want to wrap my liver around.
Oh, because it's like a tall, skinny bottle. It made me think of the Don Julio 1942. So I wrote down Coruscant tequila.
All right. I was thinking like some fucking Solston scotch.
But it's not fucking bright blue. I guess bright blue shit that we see everybody drinking is like their like unaged, like White Dog. Like that's just the pure spirit.
It's just fucking raw spotch.
Yeah, it's just so it's fucking so harsh.
It's
this
moonshine,
stuff's like
because even season 1, is it 1? Season 1 when they go to that fucking the rice patty place.
Oh yeah,
they had spotch. Like everyone can make spotch, dude. Then Nog is a little bit higher up because you got like Rev Nog, Med Nog, all the fucking Nogs, and then you got whatever this is.
It looks good. I would drink it.
I just want to drink my way through Star Wars. I'd probably die after the second drink. It's like, oh, not fit for humans. Oh, he already drank it. Okay, well, that was fast.
I do love when they're coming in and this droid runs in. He's like, "Holy shit, Grief Karga! There's fucking Imperials here!" And he goes out and he's like, "You see the fucking mythosaur?
Holy shit, man! There's fucking Imperials everywhere!" Yeah.
Grief Karga talking down to his like servant droid is very funny to me because he comes in, he's like, "There's an Imperial shuttle," and he goes out, he's like, "1, light cruiser, stupid. 2,
idiot,
not Imperials. It's got a fucking Mandalorian logo on it. God, do I have to do everything?"
Look, those are literally Mandalorian ships flying around it.
So they head out to the Mandalorian settlement. And Bo-Katan has her reservations. These two groups have never met each other, and the little bit they do know, they hate.
I mean,
So
they're
we'll see how this
staring
goes.
each other down until the fucking armorer comes out of her tent like a bouse and just
Yeah.
starts clanking together her speaking hammer.
Well, it's just it's alpha shit, right? It's Axe Woves
Yeah.
and Paz Vizsla just showing each other their dick and seeing who wins.
And I think we've talked about it before, man, but the fucking Mandalorians have such a strong feminine presence. It's so awesome. Like the armor's running shit, Bo-Katan's running shit. This that you said her name earlier,
Casca Reeves.
Casca Reeves, she had to go with Boba Fett and held her own. Like, fuck yeah, dude. Got to date me a Mandalorian.
They don't give a shit. I mean, when last episode when Axe and Bo-Katan were fighting, it's pretty brutal to just see this dude just punch this lady in the gut and watch her fly across the fucking room. Like,
oh, he fucking punches her in the face, and all. I was like, I would not be able to do that, but Mandalorians like, hey, we've trained together as kids. We grew up punching each other. Think I'm gonna stop now?
But yeah, the armorer does come out, and she kind of defuses stuff by she starts with "Welcome, fellow Mandalorians." Like,
yeah,
her and Bo-Katan have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like, we have to let these guys think it's their idea. Like, we're gonna start putting them together and let them hopefully start liking each other. Because if they go out there and they're like, you guys like each other, it's not gonna
get
fly.
along right now.
Yeah,
put them in the same shirt. That's what I would do. Have you seen this as a punishment that fucking parents do for their kids? They make their kids wear the same shirt at the same time.
No.
Yeah, it's like a get-together shirt.
So it's like that stupid movie with Will Forte and
Stuck on You.
Yeah, Matt Damon, right?
No, you're combining.
Am I
Brother
combining
Solomon
movies?
is Will Forte and Will Arnett. Stuck on You is Matt Damon and Greg Kinnear.
Greg Kinnear. Yeah, I'm mixing up generic looking actors.
I got you. We got to do that Brother Solomon one time, because that's a Bob Odenkirk written movie, and I think directed maybe.
Oh, okay, nice. I've never seen it.
They talk. It's bad. But him being Will Arnett talks about it on his podcast Smartless, where like everyone just apologized to everybody. Like Will Forte and Will Arnett were like, sorry, dude, we did your movie dirty and that's why it flopped. And he's like, no, I misunderstood you. I didn't direct you well, and it just kind of yada yada. So it's worth watching for us, not for people to watch as enjoyment. God, no.
Not for people who don't do a bad movie podcast.
Not for people. It is for worse people.
So, do you hate
Yes.
this IG-12?
Yes and no. It's funny.
I love it, but I was like watching it and I was like, Jack is sitting here watching this and it's IG-11 with the memory circuits taken out, and it's made so Grogu
He's correct.
can
He's like,
drive it.
IG-11? He's like, you idiot, it's IG-12. God, what are you, my droid? You're so stupid.
We do get a quick when the Anzellan gets out of it and Grogu goes toward it.
Baby, not squeezy.
Yeah. I love a no squeezy.
I love a no squeezy. I like that this little puppet can't really walk right because it's not CG. It's perfect.
Yeah. But Grogu gets up in there. It's like, oh, he fits perfectly fine. And this whole back and forth of Mando being like,
he's too young to operate it. No.
yeah, because all it has is a yes and no button.
And it's
and
all
this
with
is
TT.
This is where I was like, Jack is out. I doubt when TT showed up. He might have showed up and went, yes.
Oh
no,
but it's his voice, but they got
Yeah.
it from other recordings.
Yeah.
They got it from season 1. I like it. It just goes on too long because he's like, I think he says he wants to stay in there. Yes, 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 yes. Cut to them walking around town. Yes, yes, yes. I'm like, I would fucking just destroy this thing. You think you're pro murder? Not when I fucking murder your new fucking exosuit.
when he's running around the office trying it out first, because Karga's like, let him try it in my office. Yes. No, take him out of it. No.
No.
And then, yeah, when he's running around, just yes, yes, yes. It was a bit much, but
it just went on too long.
it's also a baby doing it, but it does pay off.
Yeah, a 50-year-old baby.
Yeah, well, I don't know what they get to be like 900 and something. That means he's like
somebody
8.
did the conversions here, and yeah, I think they said he'd be about 10 human. Maybe it wasn't 10, but there's got to be another reason that Grogu's not talking. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's just a human being talks before 8. Sadly.
So Yoda was what, 950?
When 900 years old you are, not look this good, you will not something.
Okay, so he was 900. So 50 years is about 5.5% of that. So if you figure a person lives to be like 70, he'd be, I don't know, I can't do math.
Yeah, can't look people in the eye either.
I mean, if you do that math and you say a person lives to be like 70, he'd be like almost 4.
Okay.
But, that's probably not a direct conversion.
Maybe the conversion is that it's Star Wars universe where the life expectancy is 100,
Yeah. But, it's...
They got medical droids and shit, dude. You got Bacta. I got back problems.
Back to problems.
I got back to problems, man.
Yeah, my back to tank is just one of those suspension tables where I hang upside down. No, it's not. I don't do that.
I was going to say, that's how I die. I live way too alone to be hanging upside down.
It is a bit much when they're walking through town and he's just like, yes, yes, yes. You can even see it on Mando, though, which says, again, how well the suit actors are doing. Because, like, you can, with no face and still barely any movement, you could just see his, like,
subtle body
posture.
Language.
Yeah, he's just like, I don't want to hit Grogu, but I might hit Grogu.
He's working out. He's like, if I punch this IG, am I actually punching my child? Or is this kind of like punching his stroller?
I love it. Now he's tall, so he just goes up and starts stealing food from this fucking vendor, and he's like, "No, you have to buy that." No,
no, yeah. It's like he's even doing like the holding his arm up so Mando can't get it. Like, God damn it, we should have given him shorter arms. Why do we make him so lanky? It's like trying to steal something from Larry Bird. God, we're old.
We go back to the Mando camp, and it's a totally not uncomfortable feast with these two crews, which is funny as like, let's make a feast for our fellow Mandalorians, the ones who can eat.
These assholes are just sitting here eating while I have my helmet on. This is bullshit.
Exactly. I mean, it's right when they first walked up, and it's like they've all got helmets, and it's already a little bit bad, and then all the mercenaries take their helmets off, and you could just feel the other side's buttholes pucker.
Oh, I can see his fucking stupid face. Oh, she's hot. Oh, I'm so angry. Oh man, if they don't have to play shirts and skins when they go to play like fucking football and other helmets, helmets versus heads,
mask versus face.
I think it was last episode I meant to bring it up. Axe Woves is kind of a dick because he's like, you follow this heretic, talking about Mando, who by the way doesn't have a drop of Mandalorian blood. That is a stupid thing to say. Because Mandalorian isn't a race in the first place. I don't even know what he's talking about. Mandalorians were a race called the Tong. And then they started adopting humans into their creed. As long as they took the creed, you could be part of the ranks. And so, like, I don't get because he wasn't born on Mandalore.
I think she kind of addresses it because she's like, no, because she says that he took the creed, he did all this stuff, just like our ancestors did, which makes him just as Mandalorian as us. So she touches on that because I think he's thinking it's been generations of them living there, so now they consider themselves Mandalorian because they are from Mandalore. But she's like, that's not how it works, stupid.
Yeah, maybe it's my frustration with today's political climate in real life where I'm like, that purebred bullshit can just go.
We have to be a real American. You took the American creed, dude. I pledge allegiance to the flag.
They don't have a drop of American blood in them.
But yeah, they're having an uncomfortable dinner. Bo-Katan comes out.
Did it have secretions?
Gives
that what made it uncomfortable?
Costco Reeves could make some secretions happen.
Oh yeah.
I mean, so could Axe Woves, honestly. But
yeah. I mean, there is one. I feel I kind of like him. I think it's here or when they're asking. It's this scene. I don't know if it's the beginning or the end of the scene, but like, oh, it's the end when everyone's standing up, and there's just a kind of schlumpy Mandalorian with the night owls, and I'm like, yeah, I like that. Like he can still shoot guns and fuck you up a bit, but he's also enjoying some cheeseburgers. That's why he's part of the night owls and not Children of the Watch. He's like, I eat way too much to have my helmet on all the time, man. I can't just go into a dark corner every time I get munchies.
I mean, you could just like keep a bag of gummy bears in your helmet.
Hey, Derek, are you checking out the left quadrant? Oh, cool. Hold on, I got so many fucking gummy bears right here.
Just tonguing gummy bears out of a bag inside your helmet.
I gotta eat my way through this before I can answer you.
It's like a feed bag on a horse, you know?
That's what it looked like when Sarah Jessica Parker had COVID and put her mask on. I don't know why she's taking so much heat today.
I keep saying horse. Yeah. It's not your fault. It's hers.
Could have gone for that Penelope Cruz.
Yeah, but she's better looking.
Yes. I looked it up in my head right now.
Also, she wasn't married to Papadopoulos.
Matthew Broad Dick.
Yes.
It's flat and wide like a worm.
But she gives a speech about their plan, so they all get together. So they have to go into orbit around Mandalore and send in a recon party, and she asks for volunteers. There's a long pause, and then of course Din Djarin stands up. I'll go.
Cat has long pause.
I'll go. I'm volunteering a baby as well.
I'm Spartacus.
And I thought of that. Of course, the scene reminds you of that anyway. But when Grogu, because he's like, Grogu's going to go too. This dude the difference between him sitting down and standing up is about 1.5 inches. And he still just like stands up all proud, like, yeah.
But he's got his beef stick with him. It's like, I'm bringing snacks. Is there going to be punch and pie?
Of course, we've got all the main guys. We've got Casca Reeves volunteers, and then Axe Woves, then Paz Vizsla, then a bunch of other dead meats.
Schlumpy.
And then the armorer comes out and she's like, and I will go. And they're like, cool. So all the leaders will be there. There's no way this could go wrong.
One of many times that we get, and it even started last episode, but Katie Sackhoff is really good at the slow, like, nod, bow, because she does it multiple times. And right here, the armorer's like, I'll go. And she's like,
So they head off to Mandalore.
Yeah.
Send down the scouting party. Is when we finally get to see the gauntlet in action, the way that you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
How it's like a drop ship. Because, I mean, we saw Mando drop out of it, but that's one guy.
Well, no, I think we saw it in the episode where the Mandalorians helped Navarro, don't we?
Oh, maybe we saw.
Yeah,
because they flew in and dropped him real quick. I guess I just think about it in this episode because we see it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it starts here with them going down, and they drop these guys down to clear out the landing zone. And they go down there, and then when they send in more later, though, we get multiple ships coming in, and then just all these dudes dropping out. And it looks like a ship shooting a bunch of missiles all at once because they all have jetpacks. Except for those missiles are human beings that can also beat the fuck out of you.
It's kind of terrifying. Just imagine being like, all right, dude, we got the numbers for this. Oh, no. What? Here comes a Mandalorian dropship. They're going to start dropping Mandalorians. It's not going to be fun.
So they're down there. They're looking for the forge. And a ship something starts approaching on the horizon.
It's a ship, just not in the way that you think. It's kind of from the movie Ice Pirates.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really cool. Like it's
great.
It's a cool concept that like these Mandalorians were left behind. They survived the purge. They've been on Mandalore. They've been waiting for someone to come, so they had to salvage shit. So they took a ship and turned it into a land sailboat.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got like the landing skiffs, I think they're called, the landing skis.
Yeah.
On the side, it's got fucking giant sails. Like they're doing okay.
And it comes up and it looks very intimidating. It's just like an old pirate ship, you know. It's like rickety and like shit's falling off.
And then I like the first line spoken.
Do you have food?
Yeah, none of this like who goes there. It's like, do you have food? Can I have that baby snack stick? I need that little green thing's beef stick. Ooh, that sounds weird.
And one of the guys, the leader, who I think might be the only one who really talks, I think the other actor I recognize has one line.
Mm-hmm.
But the leader, who is Charles Parnell, that's the actor, not the character.
Yeah, what a weird Mandalorian name.
Who most recently, maybe not most recently, he was in Top Gun Maverick. He was in Dead Reckoning, Final Reckoning. He's been in a bunch of stuff.
He was in the series The Last Ship, which I never finished. I just started, and he's a military guy for sure. He's got a very stoic, stern face and demeanor.
But here they have him with Forrest Whitaker from and or hair.
Yeah, he definitely has that. He's
Just
got
like
that Saw
frizzing
Gerrera.
out. It's like it's because it's gray and it's grown out because they're not doing haircuts and shit. You
I've
know,
been huffing Rodian.
it's just sticking up in patches. It's Jack Black's beard on this man's head.
Ugh, you had to go back there, didn't you? Ugh, nuts.
But he recognizes the Night Owl crest and he recognizes Bo-Katan's voice. And it comes out and he's like, "We failed you, but our blasters remain at your service." And she's like, "No, I failed you. You guys have been chilling here for fucking God knows how long."
Yeah.
One of these other guys I recognize. I think he's the one who has like one
scraggle
line.
hair?
Yeah, the kind of scraggly looking guy.
Yeah.
Charles Baker is the actor, but he played Skinny Pete on Breaking Bad. That's why I know him. He's been in a bunch of stuff, but I always recognize him whenever I see him. I'm like, oh, it's Skinny Pete. He's one of Jesse Pinkman's meth head friends.
Oh, I've still never seen it.
Oh, really? It's awesome. You're not going to watch it.
Too many people told me to watch it. I might now. It was just when it came out, everyone's like, "You gotta watch this." I'm like, "Watch this." I don't have to. I'm gonna go back and watch Cheers. I haven't seen it this month.
Aaron Paul, his two like best friends, are like a heavy set dude and a little skinny dude. He's like super tweakery, and you can see it here. He's got the look. He's skinny.
Yeah.
He's wrinkles. You know.
He's got hard lines on his face, not in his mirror.
But like they're all talking about what happened, and Charles Parnell is like, they bombed us because we refused to surrender, and this is when we learn a lot more because Bo-Katan's like, no, because I did surrender.
Yeah, that's
like
not what happened.
After the Night of 1,000 Tears, which we still don't get a full explanation of here yet.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to know we know obviously a bunch of Mandalorians were killed. But like
we didn't.
There might
see
be
it
something.
Yet.
No, they've talked about it.
We see it. We get to see it.
They showed the bombing of the planet at one point.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
But like, because she says she surrendered after the Night of 1,000 Tears, so that came before they bombed the planet. So it's some kind of Mandalorian massacre. I'm sure it's in a book. I'm sure it's in a cartoon that I haven't seen. I don't know.
It's definitely not in a cartoon because there's nothing. This is after all that.
Oh, that's right.
I've said before, when we leave Rebels, everything's good.
Yeah, the release order of all this stuff throws me off. I'm like, no, because
for sure.
But
and it's also just made up fucking politics. How dare you try and remember that?
I can't even figure out what's going on with ours.
This is easier because at least I know who the bad guy is.
Yeah. Well, I know who you know what?
I mean, we know who it is now.
I know who they all are. There's a whole list of documents that tell us who all the bad guys are.
I think they put in a PDF because it's like, isn't that what a PDF file? Isn't what talking about, a PDF file?
A PDF file?
I think that's what they're talking about, is PDF files.
Like, so she's like, I surrendered. There was supposed to be no more Mandalorian deaths, but big surprise, Moff Gideon betrayed me.
Dun, dun, dun. His name is Moff.
And it's like, well, how did these other Mandalorians survive? It's like, well, we were on the moon of Concordia. Are you guys Death Wish?
Death
Wish?
Watch.
Death Watch.
Oh, hey, look at it. I was on the moon of Concordia. Boom, you're dead. Not me. I'm hiding my face. Not because I need to, because I want to. Look at it. Wouldn't you hide this face too?
Much like the Emperor, I also don't like aliens.
Different aliens. But I love the armorer's response. It's like, the Death Watch is no more. Like, just, it couldn't exist. It was too fucking violent and heretical.
Well, and the way she says it, I don't remember the exact quote, but it leads me to believe it's like, so there was Death Watch, which had split off from the other Mandalorians, but then Death Watch also kind of split into smaller groups, and that's where these guys come from as part of that, but maybe the other part that would still call themselves Death Watch went off and continued doing.
I think it's literally the children of Death Watch.
Because these are Children of the Watch is what they're called, right?
Yes. And you know what, though? And we talked about this before. The armorer's helmet has, she's like, maybe it wasn't her, maybe it was, but somebody was a Mandalorian, like when Maul ran Death Watch. Because she's got the Maul horns.
Yeah. Which, well, we'll see it in a little bit here, too.
Yeah, he has his much more noticeable, but a terrible way to decide leadership is if I challenge you and I beat you, then I get your fucking your army, because that's how Maul came to fucking be in power. He fought Tar Vizsla? No, Pre-Vizsla. He fought Pre-Vizsla, and, he's got the Force and just fucking destroyed him. He's like, cool, this is mine now. I run Death Watch. I run your Death Watch.
Hey, movie fans, are you interested in professional boxing? If so, you should check out the Mixed Company Podcast, a show co-hosted by sports bettor Jamison Welsh and me, boxing superfan Luis Montemayor. Even if you're not a sports fan, don't worry, because we keep the show accessible to newbies. We don't just talk about current matches, we discuss fighters throughout history and why their legacy is important today. We tackle issues of racism in the sport and fandom. We even have a recurring pop culture segment where we discuss movies and TV shows about boxing. Check us out on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and YouTube. That's the Mixed Company Podcast, a 19 Media Group production.
Hey, mister, I got an extra $3. I was wondering if there's any way I can spend it.
Have you heard of Patreon?
Never heard of it. What is it?
You go to patreon.com/worstpeople, give me your $3, and you can listen to a bunch of stuff that's way too inappropriate for your age.
Oh, but I'm actually pretty old. I just sound like this. It's like the Benjamin Button thing. But anyway, I was going to ask you, what if I got my mom to give me a couple more bucks and I could, give you more money?
Oh, that's even better. You can get ad-free with $5.
$5?
You also can get access to Latchkey Vids, our TV recap show of forgotten 90s garbage.
Oh my God, I don't even know what that is, but I'm excited for it.
You should be.
So $5 is all I need, and I get no more of these commercials?
No more commercials.
No more commercials.
Oh,
you get
boy.
to hear us talk about a singing cop show and more.
Well, golly gee willikers, Mr. and Miss. Thanks for all the information. I'm going to go see if I can find a mom to give me $5.
Let's go beat that kid up and take his $5.
Oh, no!
This is when she has the line about, Mandalore is too powerful to be defeated. It's just our own division that destroys us.
Yeah. She's not wrong.
Somebody, I think it's Paz Vizsla, says like they're learning a lot about each other. And he's like, well, we were taught, no, it's Mando says it to her. Mando tells her like, well, growing up, we were taught that you were selfish and uncaring, and that's why we needed to be separate from you. And she's like, well, I was selfish because this is what came from what I did.
Yeah.
Now our planet is made of green glass. But we can rebuild it. We have the power. We have the technology.
I have the power.
And she talks about like there's too much animosity, and the only thing that could really get me to lead everybody is this sword. It doesn't really matter that much.
He's like, I don't give a hoot about that fucking sword.
I love
None of
it.
my people do.
I'd never heard of it before. It doesn't mean anything to us. Neither does your station or your bloodline. All we care about is loyalty, character,
butt cheeks,
and cakes. Yeah,
cakes.
And you have all of those.
Yeah, he's like, I follow people that have honor, and that's why I'll follow you. Your song has not been written, and until it is, I follow you. It's like,
I serve you.
I serve you.
Which really, like, because we see her, like, she knows she can lead. She wants to be the leader, but she also has self-doubt because this happened under her watch. And you can see that turn her. She's like, oh,
because
shit.
she was leading from a place of bloodline and station. That's like early on. That's like when she got the dark saber from Sabine Wren. She's like, this is my birthright. Why wouldn't I rule? My sister fucked Obi-Wan Kenobi. Do you know who I am? There's a little baby out there. There's a little fucking Obi-Wan Kababy. Kababi's world.
They have to split up a little bit because they have to take armor. The armorer takes all these weak, injured guys up to
I haven't
the fleet.
eaten in 40 years.
And everybody else heads off to go to the forge. She's like, we have to go search for the forge. And Charles Parnell's like, we could just take you to it.
Yeah, I got a better idea. This here is called GPS.
While they're on the ship here, though, Paz Vizsla and Axe Woves are playing some kind of chess type game, arguing about the rules. And fucking Axe Woves, he's such a fucking tool.
These primitives make up their own rules.
Yeah, and he's like, you can't, move an enforcer like that. And he's like, no, an enforcer moves like that when he's flanking. And he's like, I'll fucking challenge you. Or he goes, either you submit or we fight. And he pulls out his little vibro blade. And Axe Woves is like, cool, bro. And they start fighting.
Jetpack knee.
Bo-Katan plays it right because Mando's like, you want me to go step in? She's like, no, neither side can step in because whoever steps in, then the other side is going to be like, see, they can't do it on their own.
Right. Right. And she is going to be both sides because that's the armorer's plan. But right now she's not.
But Grogu ends up stepping in. I mean, these guys are rocking each other real quick.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this. These guys are fucking like, this is full on like heavyweight wrestling match on this little boat.
Paz is doing it in such a way, like at one point Axe does like a little jetpack shoulder ram at him and he just knocks him out of midair and he hits so hard that you can hear him like, oh. It's a great little fucking knock around.
But yeah, Grogu steps in with IG-12 and no, and pushes them apart. And it's very funny because Bo-Katan turns to Din Djarin and she's like, "You taught your apprentice well," and he's like, "Didn't learn that from me."
I would have shot them both.
So I mean, his week with Luke Skywalker taught him something, and that's why this is one of the things that made me think that there was going to be something to get him back for these final 2 episodes, because this feels like a lesson he learned from being schooled by a Jedi.
Yeah.
But he didn't really get training. He was there for, I mean, we don't know how long, but it feels like it was a couple weeks. You know?
Wasn't long enough.
Yeah.
I just still feel like they made something work. It wasn't a plan, but
I mean,
like,
it might have been fudged a little bit, but it was going to
be later. It was going to be later.
Maybe.
It was going to be next season.
I see them bringing Grogu back for like the big conclusion, you know?
Yeah.
So as they're going along, this ginger pirate on the back of the ship spots an ambush. And I have to point out,
reduce him down to the color of his hair, but okay.
It's not just that. Like, yes, he's red hair, but he's got this fucking big mustache, and he's like the one standing on like the crow's nest kind of equivalent, and he's like, "Land ho!"
Thar, that mountain be moving. I seen it out of me good eye.
It felt very piratey.
I'm gonna tell you now, man. Luckily, this planet has cloud coverage because you're not supposed to put a ginger up there in the crow's nest, all fucking unshaded. And nobody wants to see a pirate with an umbrella when there's no rain. Okay, it looks unnatural.
Well, he just looks like a lifeguard at that point.
You ever seen a ginger lifeguard?
No.
Yeah,
I haven't seen many lifeguards, but
you've watched Baywatch.
not really.
Oh,
most of my lifeguard experience comes from The Sandlot and Stranger Things season 3, I think it was.
100% no redheads then.
Whichever one, the guy that played the Red Ranger is a lifeguard, and all the moms want to fuck him.
The Red Ranger.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, sadly I do.
But so this creature comes up out of the ground. It's this big Godzilla. Well,
Ankylosaurus.
He's kind of Ankylosaurus, so I guess it's more of an Anguirus, I think is the kaiju. It's one that Godzilla fights in Godzilla Raids Again.
I'm sure somebody listening's really happy you said that. It's just not me.
You know what? I got 15 Godzilla movies we need to watch.
Pick 5 of them.
Well, then
I'll watch
lost.
3. No, I'm pretty. Let me guess. Godzilla fights a big monster.
Well, but see, then Anguirus, I don't know how to say it because I always watch it in Japanese.
Sure.
So I'm reading it. But eventually he ends up teaming up with Godzilla, you see, because they've got to fight Gigan. And it's fine. So anyway, this thing comes out, smashes the fuck out of this ship.
I like how I'm making fun of you for that, but this is like literally how you felt anytime I Star Wars'd. Like anytime I started going to, you're like, oh.
Making fun of me if you're talking about Godzilla while we're on your Star Wars podcast.
Yeah, no shit. Anyway, so this glass planet of Mandalore that has a mythosaur hiding in the Great Forge underneath it gets attacked by a big giant ankylosaur, while the Praetorian Guards are hiding down in the TIE fighter base that used to be once a canyon. What's weird about that?
So this thing smashes the fuck out of the ship, but luckily they were almost there.
Unluckily, they were transporting explosives, much like Mandalorians would, because this ship that looks like just a wooden hull kind of thing,
yeah,
it goes up, dude, like a fucking cannon film explosion. I'm like,
there are flaming Mandalorians.
Was this the gasoline ship? Is that where you're transporting gasoline?
Yeah, this actually before everything was glassed, when there was a lot of water, like a water world almost. This was where the smokers hung out.
This is the Go Juice.
Yeah, Dennis Hopper.
Thank God.
And speaking of Jack Black, he was there too.
Yeah.
But they get
It
off.
all comes back.
Many of them get off the ship. Not all of them, because there's flaming people flying around when this happens. They head underground. They find what's left of the Great Forge. And then we hear jetpacks approaching.
Do you hear jetpacks? Huh.
But that's no Mandalorian. It's the Mandotroopers. I mean, I guess it's the Dark Trooper stuff. Because he says Gideon says Dark Trooper, but I feel like his is the Dark Trooper.
His is the Dark Trooper. He just wants like Mandalorian guards. Because I think he probably wanted that all along. Like, just he couldn't break them. You know, it's like somebody that's like, I'm gonna own a tiger. I'm gonna fucking have a pet tiger. Except the problem is tigers always eat you. So do Mandalorians. Not the eating part, but
because Gideon, I mean, it was the Empire, but Gideon is the one who glassed the planet. Gideon is the one who did the Night of 1,000 Tears. It sounds like.
Sure.
Gideon has a problem with the Mandalorians.
Yeah.
Because he's the one who recognizes that they're the only real danger to him.
Because they won't bend. They won't bend the knee. They won't kiss the ring. And he's like, cool, I'll wipe you out then. And he just hasn't been able to fully yet, so it frustrates him more. So
I was just calling these guys Mandotroopers.
I like it because, I mean, it is the look, the helmet and whatnot, and the jetpacks. I mean, it's just not, there's no individual style.
No, but they are much better fighters than any stormtrooper or really any trooper I've seen.
For sure.
Including the robotic dark troopers. Like, they weren't good fighters. They were just
unstoppable forces.
Invulnerable. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, their tactics were really quite dumb. Just stand in a line and start punching the door.
They send Axe Woves off to get, or he decides to go off and get reinforcements. And this is when he left, I was like, but they took the ship. I didn't even think about the fact that these motherfuckers can just fly right into space.
Yep.
It's insane.
They got a pressurized helmet.
It's pretty cool when he just flies off a planet into space and up to this ship.
Mm-hmm.
But he goes off for that. Paz Vizsla is laying down cover so the Mandalorians can
Paz Vizsla is
regroup.
So fucking badass, dude.
And they're making him more and more badass for a reason.
Yeah. I mean, he's already been badass, but like this is just him with his fucking essentially his Arnold Schwarzenegger and Terminator 2 minigun, you know, just fucking mowing people down and whatnot. And you can see, this is why I said it's important that it's Beskar alloy, because you see he's actually able to hit some of these guys and like damage them, you know.
Yeah.
But as we were talking about last episode with the double tapping, now we're seeing Katie Sackhoff, I think, is the one that starts it. She like knocks one of these guys over and just puts the gun under the helmet. It's like bloop, neck shot. And then we see Din Djarin do it. I think it's her that does it. Fucking lassos somebody's throat and just flies up in the air. I'm like, dope.
Dude, they're like, so it's all these guys with jetpacks flying around fighting each other. And the Mandalorians are doing like these aerial maneuvers to like turn upside down and flip so then they can shoot from underneath. Like they know go for the neck because they've fought Mandalorians before.
Yeah, exactly.
And the Mando troopers are just kind of like plowing into people and shooting them. And like you see, you know, Katie Sackhoff gets shot and she falls over, but she gets right back up. Pez Vizsla gets shot and he's just kind of standing there. It's like a fly landed on him.
He dusts the dirt off his shoulders.
But it's a pretty fucking epic fight, and it's not the last one we get either of like just hordes of flying things fighting each other.
Uh-huh.
And it does get chaotic because it's all this stuff in the air, so you don't really have a way to like position yourself to understand where the action is in the movie, which is a complaint I've had on the other show about some movies, like when we did the Transformers movies and stuff, where it was like, I just can't tell what's happening or where.
Rambo 3, the end with the helicopters blowing up everything. It's like, I just see explosions. And that shouldn't be a complaint, but it is.
But in this case, I do end up feeling a little bit lost at times, but also I feel like it's beneficial for the scene because these are people flying around in the sky fighting each other. Even the Mandalorians who are used to it, I'm sure, are getting disoriented and lost, and like
I think
they flip around. They just see a guy in white, and they're like, "None of our guys are wearing white. Kill that one."
Mm-hmm. That's
so
how you do it.
It's cool.
Yeah, I enjoy it. It's a fun scene. It's probably fucking super expensive because it's the most amount of flying people I've seen in a Star Wars.
Yeah. So the Imperial guys kind of like end up retreating. The Mandos go around the corner. They find this entire Imperial base underground, but it's an ambush.
How pissed would you be, dude? You're like, this is my fucking home, and you've built a base?
I would have just turned to Charles Parnell and been like, "You guys didn't see any ships coming and going?
Yeah.
Like, how did they build all this shit without you guys? You guys are. I mean, I know they're just like one little skiff out there, like sailing around. So maybe, but it's like
Well, and he
a lot of
says
coincidence to not see.
He says to survive, they migrated to planet. So they just happen to be around this part now. They weren't early on.
I guess that makes sense, and also having this base here makes a lot of sense because the TIE fighters and bombers don't have
Hyperdrive.
hyperdrive. You've talked about that before.
Yeah.
And they were attacking.
The interceptors might. The bombers should not.
Well, I know you said Darth Vader's did, but I would assume maybe they would, but they're not building it into all of these.
Angular wings instead of the original TIE fighter. They might, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, because I mean that's what Andor steals, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he gets it back on its own. So, but the bombers don't, and like they were attacking Bo-Katan's sword castle,
Yeah.
which is just on one of the moons here, right?
Uh-huh.
So it would make sense. They've been here for a while, and this is like the forward base. Because I don't know if those were interceptors that were attacking the castle or not. If they were just TIE fighters,
might have been
they were
fighting.
definitely bombers because they bombed the fuck out of that castle. But like, so it would make sense that they have this to operate from because we didn't see. There's no ship. Like
We
capital
assumed there was
ship.
like a light cruiser or even a fucking Star Destroyer, but no, it's just from one moon to another.
But yeah, so Din Djarin and a couple other Mandos get separated from the group by these blast doors. The other guys are just taken out right away. There's only like 2 or 3 others besides him.
Yeah, but they're red shirts.
He fights. He puts up a good fight.
The flamethrower's doing work.
But he's up against like a dozen of these Mandotroopers.
Uh-huh.
So, and they've got the grappling hooks and all that. So they get him lassoed up, take him into custody, and then Moff Gideon shows up in this fucking
Mandalorian.
dude. This is if Darth Vader decided that he wanted to be a Mandalorian.
I mean, we talked about it in the first season. His armor, his like chest plate is very Darth Vader. It has like sensors and lights and readers on it. He doesn't need it, but it definitely he's modeling himself like, fuck, dude, Vader looks sick. I can look sick. Vader sounded sick too.
And one of the thing I think that kind of pushes Bo-Katan and everybody over the edge here is he's given this, villain speech about what he's doing. And he's like, the purge of Mandalore ends today, but don't worry, Mandalore will live on in me.
The fuck did he just say? This is not the way. No, sir. Not the way.
So they send off the interceptors and bombers. And for those that don't remember, you can't communicate from the surface of Mandalore to the fleet.
Same reason gingers can be on a crow's nest.
because
Cloud
of all
coverage.
the cloud coverage, the magnetic interference. But luckily, I don't think it happens just yet, but she is able to call
Axe.
Woves and tell him, and he's heading into space at that moment, and he's like, good timing.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Gideon, to fucking try and salt that wound, he's like, all right, just now surrender and give the Darksaber back to its rightful owner. And she pulls it up. I'm like, no.
He hears
no.
her voice, and he's like, we have to stop meeting like this. And she's like, yeah, I'll make sure.
Oh, I'll make sure.
You know what? The thing I was talking about, Axe Wolves going into space, might be next episode. Like I said, I finished,
is.
and I was like, I have to keep going.
It is.
Sorry.
No,
Jumping
it's fine.
ahead.
Spoilers.
Spoilers for a 3-year-old show. But yeah, he does say he wants the Darksaber, and she doesn't say it, but she holds it up and like kind of puts it out. Kind of like a, come get it, motherfucker. Open these blast doors.
This? This what you want?
Fuck around and find out.
I would.
But it's just, they all look at each other behind the blast doors, and it's like, this is the way.
This is the way.
And they just start lighting up these blast doors, which isn't going to do anything.
No, but I think it's to create a little bit of a cover for what she's actually doing.
Yeah, it's it like obfuscates their vision so that she can go back and cut through the door with the Darksaber. And Gideon's like, open those blast doors. So these guys are already blasting.
Yeah.
So anyway, I started blasting.
So anyway, I started blasting. The only reason that Paz Vizsla stays behind is because she didn't cut that hole big enough. She's like, come with us. He's like, I think I'll chill and lay down some cover fire. And he's mowing these dudes down with this fucking Gatling.
This thing like starts melting.
It's fucking sick because like my brain was like, oh, in Star Wars maybe the metals don't get as hot, and like, oh no, there it goes. Starts with like the glowing fucking tips of the barrel, and then the entire gun is just starting to molten.
Yeah. Like when you got the body turning red, I'm like, that means the battery inside the generator or whatever that's making the laser stuff is so hot that the entire gun is about to just burst into flames in your hand.
Which is great because he beats a dude with it. And then he just goes full fucking ape mode. And he's just like, I love that he knocks a dude out and then just slowly slides him off the side of the thing. Like, can't use your jetpack if you're knocked out. Whoop. And then he doesn't do it, but I wanted him to clank these two dudes' heads together. Because then he fucking like picks them up and throws them off. And he's like, huh, I'm going to make it through this. Nice.
This is the fucking way.
This is, dude, I'm dope. I wish somebody stayed behind just to watch me do. What's that ominous music? Anybody else hear that very orchestral score? That has never been good for anybody.
Yeah, and out come these Praetorian guards.
Love the design.
Yeah, they're a little different, right, than the ones we saw in the sequels?
Yes, the one in the sequel trilogy have a little bit more of a, oh, you know what? Now, like kind of an Inquisitor vibe. Like they all have a different headwear and a little bit different mask. These almost look like Mandalorian design helmets and whatnot.
Well, and if I'm remembering right, the ones we've seen before, maybe it was in the prequels, because we saw him standing guard, not doing anything, right?
No, these are Praetorian guards, not royal guards. I cannot be more clear.
Because I was like, I feel like I remember seeing it because it's the red armor, but I remember seeing him with more like a cape, and like cloth hanging off of him.
Yeah, it's all you really see is the long cape and then the helmet. That is in the original trilogy. Those were the Emperor's hand picked guards. These are Praetorian guards who end up being Snoke's personal guard.
Okay.
And I love the design. Speaking of classy alcoholic, he's going to have to be on episode 6. Episode 8. Last Jedi, because he's one that likes it,
You're just trying to
right?
stack the cast against... Oh, maybe he does.
No, he likes it.
I just assumed he hated it. I don't remember.
Maybe I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that he enjoyed it.
Okay. You know what? That sounds right now. I just assumed he hated it because he's him. And I was like, you're trying to stack it against me so I can't win this argument.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, you like what you like and you don't like what you don't like. That has one of the best scenes in the fucking the sequel trilogy, though. That movie, which I do not enjoy, has one of the best scenes. It looks beautiful.
That's the Snoke like chamber fight.
Yeah, with the Praetorian guards.
Yeah.
Versus spoilers, guys, versus Rey and Kylo.
Yeah. No, that's a cool one.
Yeah.
But these guys, they've got a version of those like shock staffs that we saw before. You had a name for them, but
yeah, these are
it's not the same.
I don't want to look it up. These basically though are juiced up steroided vibroblades.
Because these are going, it looks like they're going into Paz Vizsla's armor.
Oh, they're going right through Beskar.
Yeah.
So I almost think that's by design. And obviously, Moff Gideon did not design these guys or their weapons, but somebody was like, look, we need him to be able to take out Beskar. Not just because they're only going to fight Mandalorians, but just in case. And if you can take down Beskar, you can probably cut through anything. Ooh, I wonder how they do on Cortosis.
At the start of the series, Beskar is just floating around out there. It's being used on black market trades and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Werner Herzog is selling it, using it to pay Mandalorians. So I mean,
yeah,
they're like, we're planning on this being used so people can get their hands on it, and then they can forge it. It won't be
they can only do alloy because only the Mandalorians know how to make true 100% Beskar. Everybody else is like, yeah, I can do it with steel.
Just don't do it with plasteel.
Yeah, use Durasteel.
But they overpower him, and they do end up killing Paz Vizsla, and it's a fucking like moving final moment because he's gone through all this shit.
It really is.
He gets taken down by these dudes, and it's just this hulking
almost easily.
Yeah, and I mean these are like elite soldiers, and there's 3 of them, and he also just fought 140 other dudes.
But
like They take him down, and he has no weapons other than I do love when
He's
they
got a
toss him,
vibro blade
and
and
he
a
pulls
shield.
out his fucking vibro pocket knife.
Yeah.
Like
He's got a switchblade.
he doesn't give up. He's like, "Fuck this! I got a pocket knife and a plate,
Yep.
and like
Let's go.
I'm gonna take you." Like, but there's this hulking,
this all day.
this hulking form just laying on the ground, and these dudes just walk off into the shadows again.
They do.
And it just like rests on him as it like fades out. It's fucking
I wonder.
crazy.
I should have looked it up. I wonder if one of these body actors is the Mandalorian body actor because they have fucking style when they walk. You know, the way they hold their weapons, the way that they fucking carry themselves, just the movements. It's something that's a skill to emote and express any sort of stylization without your face. It's like Doug Jones level.
Okay, nobody on IMDb is credited for the Praetorian.
Okay.
So they wouldn't be credited. I guess they would just be in there as stuntmen, probably. I figured I'd pull that up real quick and see.
A team of stunt performers: James Cox, Andy Wareham, Dan Houston, David R. Grant, Florian Robin, William Willoughby, Leanne Yang, and I'm going to say this very wrong. I apologize. Carnaja Yorkie. So
Okay, so it's not the Mandalorian actors, but they are people who've probably done a lot of armor acting for Star
Well,
Wars.
I wonder if maybe they were the ones that were in episode 8.
Yeah. Or
You
if
know?
they're just, maybe there's some of the people who played other Mandalorians as well.
Oh, true. Yeah.
You know,
We already got them. Just switch up the armor.
it's Brendan Wayne and Lateef Crowder that are playing Din Djarin.
Okay.
I think we talked about it. Lateef Crowder is doing a lot of the fighting, I think, and Brandon Wayne is doing
The body work.
the body acting. Yeah. That's the end of this one. And that's why I was like, well, I wasn't sure if we were going to record 1, 2, 3. I didn't know what our plan was. So I
I
was
thought
like,
we were going to be running out of time.
I was like, fuck it. I'm watching this last one. I don't give a shit. I'll
Yeah.
watch it again in a week or whatever.
Well, and exactly. And I've done that for a couple of these different things that we've done, like especially Andor. I was like, going to watch that again because it's fucking Andor.
And that's the end of this one, the penultimate episode. So return in 2 more weeks for the final episode of season 3, maybe the final episode of Mandalorian, not including the movie.
I don't think so because they said season 4 is being worked on right now.
Okay, so the movie will be like a bridge.
Yeah. I think the movie is going to be the catalyst for the Filoni-verse. I think we're going to start seeing, we already know in the trailer we're getting some of the Rebels people to be in it. I think we're going to start connecting some threads.
It could also be taking some storylines that they were proud of for Rangers of the New Republic,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that's literally what he's doing, right?
Yeah, you are not wrong.
Like I said, I just watched it. He's not technically a ranger for the New Republic. He goes in as like an independent contractor, but he's also like, I can veto anything you ask me to do. I'm not going to do any of your corrupt shit.
He's
Like,
genuinely just a nice, fucking honorable human being. So he's like, look, what almost happened on Navarro maybe can be avoided by me not needing to cut red tape. You just tell me where to go and fuck the bureaucracy.
so maybe it's like take the big storyline that would have gone over the whole season.
Yeah.
You know, the one that goes into 2 or 3 episodes, turn that into a movie, replace Gina Carano with Din Djarin.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Slap a Grogu on it.
Grogu's your uncle. We got yourself a movie.
It's a young uncle.
Did Carl Weathers pass away before they started making the movie?
I think so.
Okay. That's too bad. We'll never get to see like a good wrap up. I'm sure it'll get mentioned at some point, but it'll just be like an off screen, like,
It'll be an off-screen death, and they're going to have like a memorial for him, is my guess.
I mean, I'd rather it be an off screen death, I guess, than a Peter Cushing situation.
Unless
So,
they filmed some parts of things and we're like, well, you know, we can, because Carrie Fisher,
yeah.
you know, they had things filmed for her. It's like, all right, well, we'll use the.
I'm glad you said Carrie Fisher, because I thought John Candy and Wagons East, and I was like, well, I don't want that.
No. Carrie Fisher, they definitely had some extra footage. Like, all right, we'll cut it together. And I think her daughter, Billie Lord, played her when like back shots of her. That's not a good term. Shots of her from behind. Anyway.
Yeah, so we'll be back in 2 weeks to talk about Chapter 24, The Return.
Who the fuck were the spies?
The secret Mandotroopers.
Because I remember like when this first came out and everyone was like, oh, the next episode's called The Spies. That means there are spies in the Mandalorians. Here comes the big wooden ship. Like, oh, those are the fucking spies for the Empire. And that's how they didn't see the secret base, but that's not true.
Huh.
And I know the next episode, there was a part where like the people in my circle and some of the internet goons I talked to, like there was a thoughts like, oh shit, it's the armorer. That's why she fucking left. But it's not. Who the fucking spies? It's at the very beginning with Katie O'Brien and Moff Gideon. Like, that's it.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, that's just like, yeah, because she's doing subterfuge.
Poorly named episode. Yeah. Good episode, poorly named.
Well, they didn't want to give it away. They didn't want to be like the secret base on Mandalore.
Call it the fucking return.
Well, that's next episode.
Going home. Glass pirates.
Well, it has to be the something. They've all been the something.
The ginger pirate.
The ginger pirate. Captain Bombardier and the Duchess in The Ginger Pirate.
Oh, they're both going at him? Oh no!
It's like it's like the serials, you know, like it's Captain Bombardier and the Duchess, and each one has an episode, like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow.
Yeah, but it's not in the World of Tomorrow.
That's fair. So our next episode on Monday for Bad Movies, Worst People, it's still Mental Health Month, and we'll be talking about Jack's mental health episode.
It doesn't have Tom Hanks nor does it have Brendan Fraser.
Well, we're doing a whole lot of Brendan Fraser coming up here, so spoiler for the future. But we will be talking about the classic John Carpenter film, Big Trouble in Little China.
Ow!
Starring Kurt Russell as a sidekick in his own movie. If you think about it, he's the sidekick.
He is. I know. It's my mental health movie. I've seen it.
And then over at patreon.com/worstpeople, our mental health movie there is going to be a listener request from Cody, one of our patrons. And it's Sorry to Bother You with Lakeith Stanfield and apparently Donald Glover, which is very exciting.
Okay. And a horse person.
Wait, Donald Glover is the Lethal Weapon one, right?
Danny.
No, Danny Glover. Damn it, I said Donald last time. It's Danny Glover.
I think you said Danny Glover last time. I don't know.
I wasn't there.
He's getting too old for this shit.
It's Danny Glover. He's in there. Anyway, that'll be at patreon.com/worstpeople, which, by the way, if you subscribe there, you can get these episodes early, ad-free, and uncut. As soon as I'm done editing them, they go up there. So, you know, you can hear all this stuff early instead of having to wait.
Yeah, like a weirdo.
So that's it for this week. We'll see you guys in 2 more weeks. I've been Derek.
I'm Jack.
And Mandalore will live on in me.
But I'm wearing shorts. Does that count?
Yeah.
And my shorts are coming off in 3, 2, 1.
Just pull them up from under the camera.
I just have tearaway fucking pants. Everything should be tearaway when you're a podcaster because I want my backside to be, covered, but I don't want my front side to be warm. So you sit down and then you tear away the pants. That way you still have the backs on.
That way my butt's not on my seat all bare.
Exactly. This is an old recliner, man. It's got fucking generations of grandpa farts in it.
That's how you get pink sphincter.
Talking about pink eye.
Pinkter. Yeah, I can't vomit up that turkey. Otherwise, how would I drink this beer? I will live on in her. The Mandalore.